Jefferson City, Missouri. American Legion Post that I'm currently at. Are you ready to rock? I've seen a dozen faces and I rocked a couple of them. So are you ready to rock?
Yeah.
Too bad, because I'm not. I'm just not feeling the silly happy. It's all right. Fun while it lasted, but screw it. So anyway, yeah, November 2008. Where has the year gone, really? I mean, I don't know. Should we put an Amber Alert out for it or something? Someone's going to call 911 and say they think they saw 2008 down in Tijuana on the street corner and say, "Love you a long time," you know, that kind of thing. You just never know. I just had to do a moment of silence for George Carlin. We lost him earlier this year, so I just thought I'd do that just for my own good. So, okay, moving on. Get that out of the way, because I'll probably kill myself on it later, and then I won't be able to enjoy the last. Yeah, so 2008, good year. Let's see, what all happened? Cell phones went off, that's great. That's always good when that happens the second time. Great, yeah. I'm just a cell phone magnet. Huh. I have no idea how much time I have left, so, okay. Anyway, moving on. And with the good air, what's that? With the good air, cell phones again, awesome. So, yeah, 2008. Yeah, I don't know if you folks are like on the internet or not, but I guess you could tell I'm kind of a computer geek, so down there quite often. Yeah, lots of you. Okay, great. Yeah, so April 1st of this year, it was really weird. There was this weird phenomenon going on that people would like email you stuff, and it's like, oh man, you gotta see this video. It's of a monkey, and he scratches his butt and sniffs his finger. And I'm like, why would I want to see that? That just doesn't sound right. That's against the laws of nature. That's just wrong. And yet I had to watch it. So I start watching it, and there's a monkey, and he's just sitting there on the limb, and all of a sudden it just switches, just cuts away to this like red-haired guy from England with a deep voice going, "Never going to give you up." And I'm like, wait a minute, where's the monkey? I want to see the monkey. Yeah, it's happened to all of you, I'm sure, right? Yeah, I hate when that happens. Yeah, so then the very next day, the same guy sends me one that says, "Hey, you gotta see this video of a guy who's walking in his yard, and he walks on a rake, and it hits him right in the daddy parts." I'm like, why would I want to see that? I mean, just thinking of someone getting hit in the daddy parts makes my daddy parts hurt. And then it said, oh, and by the way, to really enjoy his reaction, you have to turn your speakers up. I'm like, why would I want to do that? Okay, speakers up, click, click. And there's a guy walking across the yard, and then it goes and gets into that, red-haired guy, and you're never going to get you. I'm like, I was so frustrated at that point. I grabbed my own rake and went over to the guy that was sending me the email, went to his house and knocked on the door. And as soon as the door opened, I swung that rake as hard as I could at his daddy parts. Unfortunately, it was his mother that answered the door. Sorry, Mrs. Williams. I hope it didn't hurt the baby parts. Wonderful. Plan B. So an Irishman, a Russian, and a humpback whale walk into a bar. And the Irishman says, "Give me a bottle of your finest Irish whiskey." And the bartender gives them the whiskey, and the Irishman drinks it all down in one gulp. And the Russian's like, "I want a bottle of your finest Russian vodka." So they give him the Russian vodka, and he drinks it all down in one gulp. Bartender turns to the humpback whale and is like, "So, what do you have?" And the humpback whale goes, "Never going to give you up." Because some of these I do just for me. Let's see. Also, 2008. Yeah, I don't know if you remember, but when it was still winter time, there was like some really awful storms. It was still winter, and we were getting tornado warnings already. So yeah, I don't know if this has happened to anyone else. Probably not. I'm probably the only weirdo here. But yeah, you're like lying in bed, and there's a thunderstorm, and there's a big flash of lightning that wakes you up, and you see what looks like monster eyes glaring out at you from the closet. You're like, ah! So you reach down and grab your rake, because we all have rakes by the bed. Yeah, I thought so. So we all, grab our rights and we go to the closet and we yank open the door and turn on the light, and it's not a monster. No, it's just that ex-girlfriend you keep tied up in there so she'll stop running to the police. I mean, you just gotta pat her on the head and say, now remember, be nice and I'll get you a hot pocket. Yeah, you can probably tell I'm not so good with the ladies either. Yeah, I don't know why. But yeah, I mean, I started long ago, like in high school, and I used to think that girls were icky, and that just continued all the way through high school until, my small town was introduced to cable TV. Then you start seeing that, hey, maybe they're not so icky anymore. And then it's like, okay, so I have to learn how to entice these people to actually pay attention to me. And so, of course, cable TV, you're watching and you see a shaving cream commercial. It's like, oh yeah, I mean, this guy, he puts on the shaving cream, he has it just geometrically right, and just, layers it on, and he takes a swipe of the razor, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm so manly, and straight up the cheek, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm strong like a bull. Then he walks outside, and he's all freshly shaven, and the women just run up to him and just, touch his face like, ooh, so smooth. I'm like, yeah, that's how I want to be. So I decided to shave once. And, so I, it's like those shaving commercials, they lie to you. They make it look so manly. They don't show the awful truth that, while you're shaving your face, you have to make more than one pass, first of all. Then also you're making those goofy faces like, sticking your tongue out, doing the nose thing, and it just never works out. So I went to high school that day, all shaved up, and not too many pieces of toilet paper stuck my face with blood. So it looked pretty attractive, yeah. So I was waiting there at the bus stop, yeah, because all the cool dudes wait at the bus stop, yeah. And there was a woman waiting there, well, girl, okay, who am I kidding? She was a high school girl. So she was waiting there too for the bus. I'm like, yeah. So I leaning forward, like, yeah, is the bus here? Leaning forward, like, maybe she'll notice. And finally she said, Patrick, did you shave this morning? I'm like, yeah, baby, I shaved today. It's like, yeah, I thought so. You got a big glob right behind your ear, shaving cream on it. Sad but true. Let's see, what else have I done wrong with women? Oh yeah, I also don't know how to win their attention by buying them gifts. I thought I was doing a great job. For a girl's birthday, I bought her an iPod. It was her favorite color, their name engraved on the back, and I gave it to her, and she's like, what's this for? I'm like, you can put all your music, maybe some videos and stuff on there. It's like, why would I put my music on this thing? I'm like, no, it's a great thing. And she just hated it and threw it in my face and stuff. So guys, let that be a lesson. Never buy an iPod for your girl if she's like, Amish. Yeah, unfortunately that whole relationship broke up before I could get that nice, dining room set from her father. I mean, it was perfect, that kind of craftsmanship you just can't get from a box at Walmart, Let's see, what else have I done wrong with women?